Hey everyone, I'm now starting my third week of classes here in Madrid, and this past weekend was pretty cool. The rest of the apartment went to Malaga, which is in southern Spain, and it's really famous for its beaches. But I wanted to stay here and explore Madrid for a little bit more, save some money, I guess, as well. And so I went to a lot of the famous museums and parks and landmarks in Madrid, but I also did a day trip to the mountains of Spain as well, which was a really fun time. So on Saturday, I wanted to visit some of the famous landmarks here in Madrid, and I began in the morning by visiting El Prado, which is one of the top museums pretty much in the world. I got in for €4, which is like $5.50, $6, which is really good, and so I was able to go in and walk around and see all these famous paintings and these famous artists. I saw a lot of Goya and El Greco and a Rembrandt. While I was there, I made sure to see Goya's Saturn Eating His Children, which is a very disturbing but famous painting. And so I actually got to see that, which I actually never thought I would do one day. My favorite painting, though, wasn't by someone who was famous. It was by a painter named Leighton. At least I don't think he was famous. I hadn't heard of him before. But his painting, Flaming June, was really amazing to see. I think it was probably my favorite painting in the entire museum. So just walking around, you see all these paintings in real life, and some are beyond me. I'm not a huge fan of royal families and cherubs and all that stuff, but I found quite a few that I did really like, and they're a lot bigger in real person than you would imagine. And so that was really fun to wander around there for 2 or 3 hours, and I'm not artistically gifted, but I can appreciate it, and so it was nice to go there, especially since El Prado is so famous. I also went to El Museo de Arte Reina Sofia after that, which is another museum. It was much more contemporary, but it was still really cool to walk around. It had a lot more sculptures and just interesting things besides just paintings. And so I actually got to see Picasso as well in the famous painting they did called Guernica, and that was really cool to see. It was huge, much, much bigger than I thought. It basically covered an entire wall. And so that was fun just to wander around there, and the admission was completely free, which is really nice as well. And I went to both of those with my friend Jimmy, who also happened to be in town for the weekend. And after that, we kind of wandered around some of the parks. We visited El Parque del Buen Retiro, which has a famous thing called the Crystal Palace. And so we were really excited to see it, and we kind of realized that it was pretty much a greenhouse that was abandoned, and they must have been like, I wonder what we can do with this abandoned greenhouse. Let's call it a Crystal Palace, and see if we can lure in some tourists. And it worked for us, but it was still nice to walk around the park, see some of the nature. We saw giant crowds just walking up and down these streets and these booths, and we thought it was something that would be really cool, and it turned out to be just a book sale. But it was still a nice day. It was really hot. We did so much walking. Our feet and backs killed by the end of the day. But we separated for a short while and came back to visit one more famous Madrid landmark, and it's called El Tigre, and it's a tapas bar. And what tapas are, it's a famous Spanish dish, and it's basically, you get some appetizers. We had Spanish omelet, a mozzarella ball, some bread, a whole bunch of different things on a plate, and you also get a drink with it, and it's like €1.50, so it's a great deal, and it was absolutely packed. We could not get from the door to the back of the tapas bar. It took a lot of effort and squeezing and apologizing, but we made it. And so it was really fun to visit and just see like what they do in the early evenings, and this is just classic for what Spain does. And so we hit a lot of different places, visited a lot of different parts of Madrid on Saturday, but it was a lot of fun. It was definitely worthwhile. After experiencing some high culture on Saturday, we decided on Sunday morning to do something that everyday people do, and it's really famous, and it's called El Rostro, and it's a flea market here in Madrid, and it is absolutely packed, and they sell antiques and jewelry and clothes and everything you can imagine. Walk up and down the aisles, really cheap things, which is excellent for me. I picked up a lot of souvenirs for my family, and it was just kind of fun to see what they have for sale here in Madrid. It's only open for a few hours every Sunday morning, but it seems like most of Madrid turns out, and since the rest of the people who live here go to it, I figured I might as well. And it was good. Hey everyone, I am here in the middle of nowhere in the mountains of Spain, and it is absolutely amazing here. We took a 2-hour train ride on this really rickety old train going up this mountain, but it's amazing and beautiful, and I'm so glad that I came and visited, and I wish you could be here. Hopefully you're enjoying this as much as I am. I'm here in Spain, and it is late May, and I found snow. This mountain range is amazing. It's a glorious day. Got a nice breeze coming in from the mountains, but I'm tired. It's been quite a hike. So we've been exploring this Penalara Nature Reserve for like 2 hours now, and it's been quite a hike. There's like the rickety train, and then we walk forever, but this is amazing. Like there's snow over there. I got myself a snowball right here. There's a glacier lake back here. It's a beautiful day. Like we're in nature. It's got great views, and there's cows like right over there. Like wild cows in the mountain.
Where'd it go?
And it's pretty amazing. I didn't think this existed in Spain. So as you can see, I had to escape Madrid for at least a little bit this weekend. I went to El Rostro, and then I went to La Penalara Nature Reserve in near Segovia with some of my friends to go hiking. And I had found out about this place from my friends who had visited here last summer. And I was just surfing through their Facebook pictures, and I stumbled upon these pictures, and I thought it looked pretty fun. So I decided that I might as well do it. And so we went, took a train from Madrid to a mountain town, and then we took another train up the mountain. And it took about 2 hours for the entire train ride. And it was quite the experience. It was a rickety old train, but we made it to the top, and I don't think anyone expected what we encountered. We had amazing views. Like, we didn't know this existed in Spain. We had cows just wandering alongside these pastures. We saw snow. It was absolutely incredible, and it was just a nice way to get out and explore some of the nature and what you don't exactly see in downtown Madrid. And so we spent most of the afternoon right after we went to El Rostro, and we got back late in the evening, but it was definitely a great day trip, and it was a lot of fun just to go, and I'm hoping I can go again sometime and explore some of the other trails that we just didn't have time for. And that's all I have for you guys this week. And this weekend, it looks like I might be going to Lisbon, Portugal. The weekend after that, I'll be in Barcelona. But until then, I'll probably be studying or just staying here in Madrid. So, hopefully you'll tune back in to see what I actually end up doing.